Hello, what's up guys, it's Kyle from KGR doing a review on the Play Arts Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2. Now don't confuse this with the Play Arts Kai. Play Arts and Play Arts Kai are two completely different figure lines. In fact, Play Arts is not even a thing anymore. But anyway, they made a Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2 in both lines. Unfortunately, I don't have Play Arts Kai, so we're just going to be taking a look at this one. I've done reviews on the final form of Sora. It's pretty much the exact same figure. And I've also done a review on Roxas. Those are the only two genuine Play Arts I have. I do have a Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, but it might be a bootleg, and plus it's not even complete anyway, so I'm not even going to do a review for that. But this is a genuine figure. I used to have a bootleg, but I don't have a bootleg anymore. I gave it to my friend because he didn't have any Kingdom Hearts figures, so I sent one to him. So shout out to you, Sean. But anyway, let's get into the review. So when it comes to the sculpt and paint job, first let's go into the sculpt. I absolutely freaking love it. Like, here I've seen both this and I've seen the bootleg because I had one, and I even seen the Play Arts Kai. I know there's a bootleg Sora. Actually, you don't even see them on eBay anymore. Same with Roxas, but there are bootlegs out there. But here, the differences between the regular Play Arts and the Play Arts Kai. Like here, I know with the eyes. The eyes on the Play Arts Kai look so weird, and I didn't really like them all that much. While this, I don't really know how to describe it. Like I don't know if it's more game accurate or I don't know what it is. I know, like I heard somewhere, like when they were assembling these figures, I think it was like the art director, somebody from Square that was making the games was watching the assembly of this, making sure that the figures looked perfect to the game. And they did a really good job. I think the only thing they probably got wrong is probably the shoes. They're probably like a little bit more flat than they should be, which they did fix on the Play Arts Kai. But other than that, everything looks absolutely great. There are a few paint flaws, unfortunately. Like the one that's really noticeable is here. These are supposed to be like little like belt loop things right here. They're supposed to be painted silver. Even the bootleg I had it actually accurate, but unfortunately on this particular figure, they didn't get it right. Maybe it's just a thing that varies from figure to figure. Maybe if you buy one from eBay, which by the way, be very careful. But if you do get one from eBay, maybe yours might actually be painted correctly, but again, my figure just isn't painted correctly, so I'm not gonna make it the figure's fault. It is probably just something that's wrong with mine. But other than that, everything looks freaking fantastic. Like oh my god, I love this figure. Like this looks so beautiful on my shelf. And hey, look, you can see like not part of the backdrop. I need to fix that. Now that's fixed, let's get into the articulation. Now, Play Arts, they're somewhat simple figures. Like, they're not as great as, like, SH Figuarts or Figma or anything. Play Arts Kai has gotten a lot better when it comes to the articulation. But Play Arts, from back then, it was pretty decent, but it has shown its age a little bit. So, first up, we got a ball hinge, not a ball hinge, it's just a ball joint on the head. I don't know why I said hinge, I'm freaking stupid. It's a ball peg thing, I don't know, it's a ball joint on the head, so you can move it wherever you want and stuff. Here on the shoulders, they're universal, so they go forwards and backwards, they go out and stuff. But here it's also set up on a butterfly joint, so pulling off some awesome dynamic poses with the keyblade, it works really well. However, they are extremely stiff though, so you want to be extra careful when you're playing with them. Here are the elbows. They do about 90 degrees, a little bit less than that, so it's somewhat disappointing, and it's also on a bicep swivel right under the sleeve. And then the wrist is technically on a ball joint, but since the way that the thing is sculpted, it acts more like a swivel, but you can move it left and right if you want to. And then the fingers, they're articulated, they're on a little swivel. It's like, it gives it the Buzz Lightyear treatment, but less than that, where it moves all the fingers at once. While with Buzz Lightyear, you can do a pointer finger, but then everything else is like all together. Mid-torso, you can move it left and right, but he does have a bit of an ab crunch, but it's more set up toward the bottom now. So you can make him bend forward if you want to. So if you want to do like the dream drop distance poses, you can, but that would be weird doing it from this Sora. But anyway, trying to bend it back though, you can't really bend it back all that much. He cannot play limbo all that well, unfortunately. So when it comes to his legs, here the legs do scare the crap out of me, I'm not gonna lie. So here they go forward, about that far, not too bad. So if you want to have him try to kick somebody, that's how he looks. He doesn't go back too far, unfortunately, so that's whatever. He can go out really far, which is really weird. Like, I never would have expected that, but hey, that looks really cool, I guess. The knee bend. The knees scare me a lot because sometimes you don't really know where they're pointing, so you gotta like memorize how the leg is sculpted, and you can look at it, and then you can start playing with it, trying to make it bend. Like, for all I know, it's probably like set up backwards, but no, it isn't. But like, you gotta be really careful with the knees, because if you bend it the wrong way, it snaps. Especially if you have a bootleg. The bootleg snaps so freaking easily. It's terrible. But here, I don't want to say it's up on a ratchet joint. Technically, it kind of is. It's on a swivel. And here, since the way that these shorts are sculpted, it's supposed to technically hinder the articulation. But they have it set so, like, when it's in a position, it locks. And it's really nice. I think over the years, it may deteriorate over time, but this is a somewhat old figure, and it's still holding on strong. However, the bootlegs, you want to stay away from. Just trust me. And then, with the ankles, it pretty much got the same treatment as the wrists. Ball, but it's technically more of a swivel. But you do get a lot more range with the feet than you do with the wrists. Also, the shoes themselves have 2 articulation points. They can swivel left and right like this, so like you can like get more dynamic poses. And then the tiptoe joint, which unfortunately doesn't bend too much. It does bend quite a bit, but you want to be a little bit careful with that, because sometimes they might snap. Like this one in particular started to snap a little bit on me. But there you go. He does have a decent amount of articulation. For back then, it was probably a lot, but for now, today's standards, it's pretty decent, I guess. Like, it would probably be something that you would see on, like, cheap figures you would see in stores. I do like the way that this figure looks and everything, and I've already covered that. But the few things I don't like about this figure is, like, how the knee joints are set up. Like, it's pretty much, it's really scary trying to play with them, because sometimes you don't know exactly where they're pointed at. So you could accidentally snap the knee. So you gotta be really careful with when you're trying to position it and stuff. So that's one thing I don't like. The one other thing I don't like is the chain. Like, I love the fact that it's a real chain. However, sometimes when you're adjusting it and stuff, sometimes it gets stuck in like certain positions and it's a pain to fix. And like, it jiggles around and it doesn't always stay in this position. With the PlayArts Kai, they have it pretty much just sculpted on there. So it keeps the look, but unfortunately it's not a real chain anymore. So it's not as pleasing as this one. When it comes to accessories, we only get one, and that is the keyblade, the Kingdom Key. Now here, throughout the PlayArts series, here they have all the different forms of Sora except for its Heartless form, the Shadow form. I forget what its name is called because I never get that far in Kingdom Hearts 2 because I'm terrible at the game. But one day I'm actually going to replay and actually try to beat it. But anyway, for this particular figure, you only get the Kingdom Key. But when you get the other forms and the different drives and stuff, you get different keyblades based on a different world, and it's really cool. And you can buy a set where it has like the Ultimate Keyblade, like the Ultimate Weapon, I should say. Oblivion, and I know there's like 5 different keyblades. But I think there's also, I forget what the other ones are called. But there's like 5 different keyblades. 2 of them look like Ultimate Weapons, and they're really freaking expensive. But still, you can get different keyblades, and it's really freaking awesome. But the way this one's sculpted in particular, it looks alright. Now, here, I love the fact that the keychain is actually on a legitimate chain. The PlayArts Kai, which are a lot more expensive, and they're more rubbery than these keyblades, they don't even like compare to this. Like, these are the best looking keyblades in my opinion. However, Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora's keyblade is the best keyblade. Hold on, let me show you that thing. Alright, this is the Kingdom Hearts 1 keyblade. Now, like, if you compare it, like, side by side, you can see how, like, the blue right here, like, the way that's sculpted and stuff, it looks a lot more game accurate. And if I was gonna give one of these keyblades to someone to make a life-size version of, I would give them the Kingdom Hearts 1 one. And I love the way that the paint looks on, like, around the grip and stuff compared to this one. Like it looks fine, don't get me wrong, but I think just this one as a whole was just a much better job. And I can't remember which one came out first, to be quite honest. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kingdom Hearts 2 ones came out first, because why would they make the quality on it step backwards? And setting up the Keyblade with Sora it's not too hard. It takes a little bit of time sometimes. You gotta open up his hand, and then you gotta like position it under his thumb, and I feel like you gotta like line it up with this white line right here. for it to properly fit. And then you want to grip it a little bit, like move the fingers, and then it somewhat slides into place. Like again, it becomes a pain sometimes, but once you wiggle around with it, it works sometimes. You can tell right now I'm struggling to put it in. So that's another thing I don't really like about this figure. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to get the keyblade in, but it's not as bad as compared to PlayArt's Kai, or those things that you really gotta like force the keyblade into the hands and stuff. And once you get it out, you don't want to try to, like, once you get it in, you don't want to take it back out. It's a pain. But yeah, there you go. Now he's holding the keyblade. So yeah. So overall, what are my thoughts on this figure? Overall, I personally prefer this version over the PlayArt's Kai. Sure, the PlayArt's Kai does have a lot more articulation, but the quality on like the attention to detail, like with chains and everything, and just the way that the figure overall looks compared to the PlayArt's Kai version, I personally prefer it because I think this one looks more game accurate. But if you're gonna be going for a Kingdom Hearts display, and you want to have a huge display, like you're gonna have Kingdom Hearts 2, and you're gonna eventually get the Kingdom Hearts 3 figures and other stuff like that, I'd recommend the PlayArt's Kai because then they're gonna be more in scale with each other. But if you don't really care all that much and you just want a Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, you do want to go for the PlayArt's regular, in my opinion. However, there are bootlegs out there, and the way you can tell is because of the way the faces and stuff. And if you look at the necklace, if they don't have a Kingdom Key on there, not Kingdom Key, if they don't have a crown on the necklace, then that means it's a bootleg. But sometimes if it does have it, that doesn't mean it's genuine. It's just the way that the face looks. Just do a lot of research before you get the figure. Don't get anything from China and stuff. Like, if you find one loose, they tend to go from anywhere to $40 to $60. But if you find them new or like in the box and everything, people are asking for like $100. So trying to get this figure cheap isn't very easy. Luckily, I've gotten my figures for cheap. Like, I've gotten this guy for like 30 to 50 bucks. I cannot remember. It was about like a year ago since I got this figure, but I know I got him for a really good price, and I'm really happy with it. So if you want to try to track this figure down, I wish you luck. And that concludes my review of this figure. So if you're new and you like what you saw, then like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and also check out my Instagram. I got a bunch of social media stuff in the description, but my Instagram is probably the best thing for you because here I posted a crap ton of Kingdom Hearts pictures like a while ago. So you're gonna really have to scroll through them, but trust me, they're worth it. They're actually really epic. I'm really happy about them. But also, if you got some figures that you might want me to review, hit me up. And if you want, you can send it to my P.O. box and stuff. But hit me up first, because I don't want a whole bunch of people just sending me a crap ton of figures, and then I gotta pay to ship them all back and stuff. It'll be a pain. But anyway, if you enjoy my figure reviews, then like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and all that other jazz. But yeah, guys, I think I'll see you guys in the next one.